Once I made my quick fire questions, I looked at different ways to sort them. The first thing I noticed is I had a lot of questions focused on collaboration, whether that be with technology or with teachers or with their peers. Next, I had quite a few questions focused on classroom environment. This is kind of like what affects students in their everyday life, or why things are the way that they are within a classroom. And then last, I had some kind of miscellaneous ones that didn't really fit in either of those two categories. Next, I looked at what kinds of questions I was asking. The first thing I noticed is that I had quite a few why questions. This, for me, was a little bit of like a starting point. I also had a couple who or what questions. So who is affecting something or what is affecting a scenario. And then lastly, I had quite a few how questions. And these to me seemed the most actionable, like how can I get something done or how can I change something. And then the last thing that I looked at was who these questions were focused on or who these questions would affect. I think the questions that I had most of were teacher focused. So what can teachers do or why does something affect teachers in a certain way? This to me seemed natural because as a teacher, that I think is what I see most in the classroom every day. So all of these are teacher focused questions. After teacher focused questions, I had a couple questions that were more based on the school system. It's like, why is something set up the way it is, or like a systematic problem. These to me seemed a little bit harder to be actionable. It could be actionable, but it would definitely take longer. So these questions I wasn't really as interested in. And then my last category, I realized I didn't have a lot of student-focused questions. And as a teacher, I do think a lot of the questions should be student-focused. What's affecting them? How can we help them? So this was one of the categories I really wanted to focus on between this and the teacher category. But those are some of the ways I was thinking about my questions and organizing them. Thank you.